Hey, welcome back to the garden. You might be wondering, Jasmine, why are you doing squats? I'm glad you asked. I am training to win a first place blue ribbon at this year's Orange County Fair. Let me give you a little backstory on what I'm going to be calling the series Blue Ribbon or Bust. So last year I stumbled upon a YouTuber who entered the Orange County Fair and showcased how they entered the competition for cut flowers, vegetables, and other things. And I thought, hey, maybe I should enter my flowers into this cut flower category. I have zinnias, I have sunflowers, and other things I can enter. So for week 5 of the competition, which was the last week of the Orange County Fair, I thought it would be a great idea to add zinnias to the competition. I was blown away because I won a second place ribbon in the Zinnia category. But I think this year I'm out for more. I'm out for glory. And I have a game plan on how I'm going to win a first place blue ribbon at this year's Orange County Fair. So actually, let me finish my training before I unveil this game plan. Now that we're done with our training for today, let's talk about the roadmap to winning this first place blue ribbon. We have 3 obstacles in our way. So the first being time. We are about 6 weeks away from the first week of the competition, and my seeds aren't in the ground right yet. Luckily for me, I started my seedlings on April 21st, so at least they're started in seedling trays, but they need to get in the ground. If we are lucky and weather is on our side, we are going to have blooms hopefully by the first week of July. Mind you, I have to submit these flowers in for competition on July 18th, so time is ticking. Our second barrier is I have a small growing space, and so there is no room for error whatsoever. If my plant fails when it goes into the ground, I am screwed. And our third and last barrier in our competition is Lynn. Who is Lynn, you might ask? Lynn is the first place winner from last year. So our competition is there are other competitors and ones that have experience, ones that have competed for multiple years. So I have to produce the best flower, the freshest flower for this competition. So here's the battle plan. First, I'm going to select seeds that I know grow well, disease resistant, and come in a variety of different colors. Second, we're going to prepare soil in our garden beds. We're going to make sure that we have the best soil available so that our plants have a healthy start and a great finish. Third, we're going to make sure that our seedlings, when they go from the seedling tray and into the ground, that there is no transplant shock whatsoever. And how do we do that? We're going to make sure we harden it off. We're going to make sure we give it some starter fertilizer so that it get its first jump start at life in the ground. Fourth, we're going to make sure that we have consistent watering and that our soil doesn't dry out. Fifth, we're going to be fertilizing our plants to make sure we are giving it the correct nutrition at the time it needs it. So fish fertilizer for when it's in the leafy growth, more bloom to make sure we get abundance of flowers to choose from. Last but not least, we are making sure that we are cutting our blooms at its prime and making sure that we give the judges the freshest and the best looking flower at the time. And that's our game plan for this year's cut flower competition. If everything goes as planned, no mistakes, time is on our side, weather is on our side, we can beat out Lynn. All right, everyone, we've completed step 1 of our battle plan. So the seeds are in the trays and we are actually going to be leaving them outside to grow so that I don't have to harden them off, and we save on some time on making sure that our seeds are acclimated to the outside weather. They're going to be growing in these seed trays for about 4 weeks before we put them in the ground. So first on our seed selection is a Queen Lime Orange. So Queen Lime Orange is a color that I don't typically really love, but the more I grow it, the more I'm starting to really like it. So again, it has that green color, but it also has tinges of orange. Next, we have the Queen Lime Blush. So unlike the orange, blush is actually one of my favorite colors to grow. So there's just something very vintagey looking to the lime green and that light pink kind of color. It's unique. It goes with everything. Next, we have the Queen Lime Red. Queen Lime Red actually gets more like a dark mauve pink kind of color versus a red. So like the older the bloom, the more like deeper the hot pink kind of gets. So like this is a very interesting variety, very great in cut flower arrangements. So we'll see if the judges like this. Moving on to our Benary's Giant mixes. I used to order a mix variety of colors, but I found that when I would order the mixes, all I would get are yellow. So I didn't want to risk that this year, so I made sure that I bought a single colors of the seed variety, so I knew exactly what seed was going into the ground and exactly what flowers I was going to be submitting for the competition. So first I have the Benary's Giant Coral. So coral is an interesting color in bouquets. Typically in zinnias, you're going to see a lot of like bright pinks, yellows, reds, and purples, but you never really see lighter pastel-y kind of colors. So I'm hoping to wow the judges with a coral zinnia. Next, I have a Benary's Giant Wine. So wine might be the variety that Lynn submitted last year. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. There's another variety that has like a magenta kind of color. So I'm not sure which one they submitted, but this looks great in photos. So I'm hoping this is actually going to be one that I can compete with. And then last but not least, we have the Zinderella Peach. Again, peach is one of those colors that you don't see often in flowers. So this, with the unique trait of having that palm in the middle, hopefully makes an interesting cut that I can submit to the judges. And that's it. That's going to be the 6 varieties that I'm going to be growing this year for competition. If you want to follow me on my road to winning that blue ribbon, please like and subscribe. And in my next video, you're going to see me doing soil prep and getting ready for my seeds to go in the ground. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.